Okay, it's shortly, just a little bit after midnight. And I started on this at 7 p.m. So that's about 5 hours into compounding and polishing. I mechanically decontaminated it yesterday, so I was able to save some time there. Here's pretty much everything I used. To cut it, I used the 3D 510, and then to polish, I used the 520. I used the cordless Flex PE14 with a huge old 8-inch wool pad for some major areas. For getting into some of the smaller areas, I used a PE14 with a little 3.5-inch pad. Then all the polishing, and actually a lot of the compounding and polishing work was all done with the Beast. Here's the pads I used. These are foam cutting pads. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foam cutting pads, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foam polishing pads. These are some Ford emblems that are just below the mirrors there. I took off so I could clean around them and then polish the paint around them. So that's everything I used to take, a car that probably hasn't been detailed. I'm gonna guess since it was painted. Not when we talk about polishing, we're talking about what I just did to it. Thorough paint correction. It's probably been waxed and wiped down with California Duster and, hit with, retail products once in a while. I haven't de-taped it yet, so this is just a little walk around video. But, everybody thought it looked good when it got here, and it did, but it wasn't like show car status. Now it glistens. It just glistens. And so I gotta de-tape it. This here has some sensitive gasket material, so if you're in here running a polisher and you cream it out, it'll really mess it up. I went ahead and covered up the running boards just because I knew when I got done it would be late and I'd be tired. I wasn't gonna feel like cleaning the running boards. So instead of cleaning them, I just covered them up. I could have cleaned them, but I'm more lazy than that. Anyway, so really nice. These old cars have what's called welting. This is welting. This is a gasket between the body and the fender. And this slides down. It's got cutouts for where the bolts are. And this is kind of a sensitive material too. So, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you tape it off and it's old and you pull the tape off, you'll pull this outer black skin off. If you don't tape it off and you cream over it with a compound or a polish or a wax, you'll usually stain it white. What I did is I just buffed up to it, but not on it. I was just really careful, and if I got any of the 510 or the 520 on it, I just immediately wiped it off, and I don't see any staining going on. So that was a good call, not taping that off. Back here, there's the Sargent stripe taillights. Beautiful car, really came out glassy looking. Then tomorrow I will go ahead and put a ceramic coating on it, and then do little things like get the wheels and tires, get all the jams. It's got a really nice interior. Check that out. Really nice build street rod. Solid as they come, Little small block, I think small block Chevy in there. I also got to come up here and do a little detail work with that grill, get it kind of wiped down. Probably just do that with 3D beat it up. Just take a microfiber towel, spray it all down and wipe it really good. That'll clean it, polish it a little bit. The physical action of the microfiber, there's no polish and beat it up, but just the rubbing, every one of those fins right there in the grill with the microfiber towel and the liquid has a cleaning effect. So I'll polish it all up and hit all the chrome. There it is, 5 hours compounded and polished, 1940 Ford. Deluxe Coupe, sweet ride.